Thank you for being here. My name's Casey. I live in Mariposa. I'm a small business owner. After your town hall meeting in Roseville, you stood in front of Congress and you told them this about the protesters. I quote, "I've done over 100 town hall meetings over the entire life of the Tea Party and Occupy Wall Street movements. Throughout all those heated debates, the police have never had to intervene. That changed when the Roseville Police Department determined that the size and temper of the crowd required a police escort to protect me as I left the venue." Daniel Hahn, chief of police in Roseville, then came out against that, saying that, quote, "Things went very well that day. They went as well as could be expected. The people gathered weren't causing problems. There was no property damage. There were no arrests made. People were loud, but that's the extent of it." You lied about the nature of the protest. Thank you, I'm not done. Okay. I'm sorry? No. The police chief was on the ground. Hold on. Okay, so you lied to Congress, you lied to the press, and you lied to us here, and we're all neighbors. So what you're doing is, in this instance, you are the outside agitator, and I want to know why you lied.
What you are not quoting is that the police chief admitted that it was their department's determination that an armed police escort was necessary. That is an issue that is not under dispute. Not to walk me to my car, as some reports erroneously said. They escorted me to a police vehicle driven by an officer that took off at breakneck speed. Now, let me finish. Madam, we're going to be courteous to each other. We're not going to call each other names, or at least we're going to try not to here, okay? The answer to the question is this. That was not my call to have an armed escort. That was the determination of the incident commander, which tells you volumes of how the incident commander viewed the situation on the ground at the time.
You called off the
Okay, my name is Jim Bailey. I'm from Oakhurst, and my question relates to the Medicare D, the prescription drug program for seniors. This bill, which was crafted in 2003, went into effect a couple of years later, was crafted under very strong influence from the pharmaceutical companies, the lobbies. Now, unlike the Veterans Administration, Medicare D, the Medicare, period, cannot negotiate drug prices with the pharmaceutical companies. Why is Congress allowing the pharmaceutical cartel to bleed Medicare? Whom do you serve? Your constituents, the people, or Big Pharma?
My understanding of Medicare Part D is it has delivered services at a far lower cost than it was originally projected to. It's that competitive factor that reduces prices and guarantees quality services. Again, it's that same force that I quoted earlier. What makes Ford a good car? Chevrolet. Competition. The more competition there is in the system, the better the services and the lower the cost. The problem with a lot of these programs is that they don't allow competition. One size fits all is the mandate, and it doesn't work.
Okay, my name is Vanetta Suzetis. I'm from Yosemite Lakes Park. You were talking before about how the courts should be able to change the laws. We should take everything to the court. However, the tradition of our country recognizes the First Amendment of free speech, the right to assemble, which we are doing here. And it also recognizes the right of Americans to use civil disobedience to get their points across, as we did in the 60s with demonstrations and sit-ins, etc. So this is our demonstration, this is our civil disobedience to let the current administration and you and other representatives in Congress and the Senate to know that we are displeased with what is the new direction that our country is taking.
And free speech is a vital right that keeps us free, and God bless all of you for being here today. Okay, now which is also right, though, the civil disobedience, the willful violation of the law. Now, let me just make this point. The willful violation of the law crosses a very bright line that separates civilization from chaos. Please don't cross that line. And by the way, you have it tonight. Go ahead.
Good evening, Congressman. I want to first congratulate you on your victory in November. I'm not going to accuse you of busing thousands of people from out of the district in order to vote. My name is Greg Ennis. I live in Boot Jack. Those of us who live here in Mariposa know where Boot Jack is. And that proves I'm not from out of the district because I know where Boot Jack is. So for your benefit, Congressman, Boot Jack is in Mariposa County. So I want to get back to the issue of the fake news, the news being the enemy of the people, and your response to that question, which was that although you didn't think that they were the enemy of the people, that they were extremely biased.
Well, then, which they have a right to be, but I think it undermines it.
So one of the things I love about Mariposa is that we have a very diverse, we're frankly not real diverse ethnically, but we are very diverse politically. And by and large, everybody gets along very well with everybody. We're all nice to each other in the stores. We all recognize that. And this is kind of a cauldron here. Our politics are all being worn on our sleeves. So, but tomorrow we're probably all going to be nice to each other. But there is something. But there is something that is going on that exacerbates the political tension and the anger, and that's the fact that many of us live in a bubble. And I'm saying this to my friends on the left, I'm saying this to my friends on the right. People tend to just consume the news sources and the bloggers and whatever that they happen to agree with already. And I think that's something that really exacerbates the political tension in the country. I was a technologist, I'm retired now, but this is an aspect of our technology that I think actually has not been helpful to our democracy. But my specific question is to you, Congressman, because I applaud you for holding these town halls, but I would like it if we could be convinced that you're not just doing this for show, and that you actually are open to hearing opposing viewpoints. And the reason why I ask this, and I do have a question for you at the end here, is that I looked at your Twitter feed today, and you may not be aware of this, but with Twitter you can capture who the Twitter person is following. And you are following something like 140 Twitter accounts. They are almost universally, with the possible exception of C-SPAN, right-wing Twitter feeds. In fact, you subscribe to Rush Limbaugh twice. I guess you can't get enough. Those are the Twitter feeds. And I'm sure somebody on your staff is going to go there quickly and remove this. But if anybody's connected, you can go check this right now. you know, you get Twitter from the Drudge Report, you get Twitter from, right, all the fake news sites. But you're not getting Twitter from, for example, CNN. The only Twitter feed you're receiving from CNN that has anything to do with CNN is actually a Twitter feed, I'm not making this up, that is called CNN Lies and is Hitler. I'm sure somebody on your staff is going to go quickly take that off.
I hope so.
I don't find that to be a joke, Congressman.
No, I'm not.
That is not a joke.
No, but look.
So, no, I do have a question for you. I would like you to commit here that just as a show to all of your constituents who might not have voted for you, that you are indeed open to alternate points of view by at least showing on your public Twitter feed that who you're following is not just the hard right wing.
Point. I will have to say, I don't manage our Twitter account. I assume you're referring to the campaign account. And I'm sorry, I accept full responsibility for that. It troubles me that an account like that which you just referenced is on there. I will have that taken down immediately, and I'll have to review the other accounts. But the campaign account is there to demonstrate the general views that I have and to assist our supporters and attend, in fact, if they cannot get to the left.
Thank you for being here tonight. I'm Susan Madden, and I'm with a group called Oakhurst Area for Peace. No anarchists, and we're all peaceful folks. So thank you. And I'm also the granddaughter of Jewish immigrants who came here, to escape persecution in their old country. So I'm concerned about immigration rights. And recently, Senator McConnell gave estimates of $12 to $15 million to build a wall between us and Mexico. Include annual costs to maintain the wall or the program, and you've claimed that the net cost of illegal immigration is estimated to be about $100 billion. This has been widely disputed and appears to be hugely exaggerated, and in fact the number may be closer to $10 billion. And let's not forget that only 59%, by the way, the facts, I believe his facts, and correct me if I'm wrong, came from a group called Federation for American Immigration Reform, and that is a partisan group wanting immigration reform. So I'm looking at nonpartisan groups.
Okay, well, you yourself just said that it could be as low as $10 billion a year.
Can I finish my question? Thank you. And also, let's not forget that only 59% of the illegal immigrants are from Mexico, so you can't include all of that. We also cannot ignore the fact that we're the largest state in the union for agriculture, and farmers are dependent on immigrants for labor, and stricter immigration laws equates to less income for the farmers and more expensive food for all of us. Given these facts, thank you, and the fact that studies show that crimes are less prevalent, I'm getting there, among immigrants than among natives, how do you justify spending $12 to $15 billion of our tax monies on building a wall that will be ineffective?
This morning at us that countries that either will not or cannot defend their borders aren't around very long. I'm using the that it would pay for itself within a year if it were able to stop illegal immigration. And I think that it will go a long ways to do that.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much for being here. I have a lot of respect for you for being here. I would like to point out that I believe in this district you won by 64%. Trump won by 53.7%, which indicates there are about 10% of your constituents who voted for you who did not vote for the president. That was a very active decision that they had to make. Lifelong Republicans had to make that decision. There were a lot of people who didn't vote. Many of us are concerned about all the issues that are here today, and I think what's really remarkable is that we all have this opportunity to do this together. That is what makes our country remarkable. What I am truly afraid of as the mother of two sons is that we are facing a circumstance now with our current administration that we are not the country that we all think we are. I am very afraid that we are going to lose all this, and I keep thinking that's really crazy. But then I keep seeing it from people that I really respect as great thinkers. And you're a man who was schooled in history, and I think what I would like to know from you is, will you represent all of your constituency? And if you will tell me that you really feel that the man we have in office is intellectually and emotionally capable of being here.
That many people, including many people in this room, vigorously and deeply disagree with the policies of the Trump administration. Please remember that there were many Americans, including many in this room, who disagreed just as strongly and just as fervently with the policies of Barack Obama. And in the last 4 election cycles, the American people, having this great discussion every day, decided to dramatically change the course of this nation. And they elected a very non-political president. We haven't seen the likes of him since Andrew Jackson and Teddy Roosevelt. You're doing exactly what the American sovereign is supposed to do. You're now watching the hired help. You are evaluating the hired help. And you'll be making a decision over the next 2 and 4 years whether to keep that hired help or replace it. That's the way it ought to be. And if we are successful in reviving our economy, restoring our rule of law, and replacing our healthcare system with something that works, I think the verdict of the American people is going to be very clear. And if it's not, they have the power to change it in the next election. You know, Abraham Lincoln, in the depths of the Civil War, said something that I think, really is guiding all of us. He said, if I were to read, much less answer, all the attacks made against me, this shop might as well be closed for any other business. I do the very best I can, the very best I know how. And I need to keep doing so till the end. If the end brings me out right, what's said against me won't amount to anything. If the end brings me out wrong, then 10 angels swearing I was right would make no difference. And I think that sentiment guides Donald Trump and the presidential administration. that the policies that we will be enacting over the next several years have materially benefited their lives.
Hi there, I'm Nancy Gordon-Hudman, and I'm a constituent. I am not an anarchist. I am not a secessionist, and I'm not getting paid, so you did lie. Anyway, I was here in Roseville, couldn't get in. Anyhow, HR 16. I have not had the time to research it because I had to get here, but perhaps you can educate us. My understanding is that it is to eliminate Elementary and Secondary School Act. It would eliminate the Education Act from 1965 that provides equal opportunity in education. It would eliminate the Nutritional Act of 2012, and I know from experience that hungry children do not learn well and therefore do not become well. What about all the wasted people? Do not become good taxpayers if they don't get educated. So the question is, will you commit to us to support a bill that require all schools, public, charter, private, or whoever gets a voucher, to be required to function under the same regulations, accommodating the handicap, reporting test results, proving success, and if a student who uses a voucher leaves a school during the school year, that they be able to apply their unused portion of the voucher to the new school. I'm concerned that public schools will get the people that the private schools are much too good to bother with.
I believe that we had a far better quality school system at far lower cost when teachers were in charge of their classrooms, principals were in charge of the teachers, and parents were in charge of the principals of their local school. Centralized and unionized and bureaucratized our public schools, they've gotten worse and worse. And the most important thing I think that the federal government can do for our local schools is get its nose out of our classrooms.
Congressman McClintock. Hello? Hello?